From WRGB, the Capital District's leading news station, this is Capital News Conference.
Good morning. Our guest this morning is known in the trade as a mover and a shaker.
He was genteel, he was cultured, he was refined.
He was a force.
He is Louis A. Swyer, who is known in the business as a developer, but he is certainly much more than that, and the word entrepreneur certainly fits him better than most.
Vulcan. Is that a word? I don't know, that word just came out of my mouth.
He is president of the L.A. Swyer Company, chairman of the board of the Saratoga Performing Arts Center, a director of Niagara Mohawk, Skidmore, and SUNY, president of the advisory commission at Johns
He
Hopkins.
was always looking beyond the superficial achievements of building a building and upgrading a city.
He was a hero.
Dad almost never spoke about his experience in the war. He had been in the hospital for a year. You know, I knew his legs had been frozen.
Most of our lives are not knowing. It's just we don't allow ourselves to really feel that. And I think that what we're lacking in public discourse these days are individuals who don't mind living in that limbo of uncertainty and not knowing.
The fact that he was writing poetry, that's an unusual thing for anybody to do. It's so difficult.
I understand that he really wanted to be an actor.
He adored dance.
He had fervor for every aspect of the arts.
He was a builder, not just of bricks and mortar, but a builder of fires.
My father loved to dance. He didn't dance professionally. I don't know how he got into building.
He was different. He was different in the sense he was a general contractor and he liked things that general contractors usually don't like.
I feel like I know the man not through the building, but through his poems, because I happen to be a huge poetry lover.
Nice poem.
What I know about Lou Swyer is anyone that could create this, he would have to be my best friend.
Lou Swyer is an Albany icon.
He graduated from Johns Hopkins, served in the military, commanding officer of his own destroyer, and then got into construction.
When I started the construction company that bears my name, the first person I called on was the then mayor of Albany.
Lou wanted to be a mover and a shaker. And so naturally, he would gravitate to where the moving and shaking took place, and it was in City Hall. I mean, you didn't do anything without City Hall.
We never did $1 worth of construction work for the city of Albany. Lou didn't think that was proper.
Trustworthy.
The real work that ran the company was shopping centers, office buildings, trucking terminals.
While he was doing all those things all the time, there was never a time that he wasn't also a person that really cared about culture.
The Albany Institute of History and Art, founded in 1791, is the oldest museum in the United States, older than the Louvre in Paris.
Lou was the point person for many governors. He had the confidence of governors.
He also understood this is a New York State capital, the nexus of politics and power and business, and he was very adept and adroit at working that nexus.
Oh, that was one of the great mysteries of my father. If I called him, or my sisters called him, he would call right back, even if he was with the governor of the state of New York.
Hi, Dad.
He was the greatest advocate. He wanted to make sure that others were cared for.
He just wanted to do good. He didn't want to draw attention to himself.
We may not make any money, but this is the kind of things we should be doing.
And he believed in doing that through projects and connecting people.
Trying to let people feel we live in a great place. All it takes is a little extra effort, a little extra thought, a little extra planning to make something out of it.
He was involved in everything.
Visual arts, dance, vocal arts, theater, all of it. And one day he took me into the middle of Saratoga Park.
He invited me to lunch, and the restaurant overlooked the city of Albany.
He said, I have a vision.
As we talked, I could see him always looking at the city and seeing those possibilities happen.
There will be the Saratoga Performing Arts Center. It will be an outdoor shed that seats 5,000 people. There will be a one that seats 30,000 people. made it happen.
I mean, I saw The Who, I saw The Doors, I saw Janis Joplin. Saratoga Performing Arts Center is the first concert arena around here.
The summer residency for the Philadelphia Orchestra, for the New York City Ballet, the John Houseman Theater. Lou Swyer brought them here.
Now that is miraculous. A venue in upstate New York became the summer home of two of the greatest, the most magnificent performing arts organizations in the world.
Not only did he build it, he ran it because he had a vision of bringing them to Saratoga.
And he galvanized this community.
You don't expect the intensity of his approach coming from a businessman.
He made things that will stand the test of time, in words and in bricks and mortar.
He was a hero.
But yet, I'd run into him in the hallway of the company and he'd give me a big hug and he'd say, "I love you." I mean, he was still my dad.
He was my hero.
And the notion that somebody walked out here and thought, 5,200 seat amphitheater, if we build it, they will come, long before that movie. I can't even summon the words